Hello, my name is Pat Berry, and welcome to Connecting Through Digital Media, the new art of prospecting. As you are aware, we currently live in a society of 24/7. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have information available at our fingertips. No longer do we have to wait for the evening newspaper or the monthly magazine, but we now have the ability to go to a website and get the information now. So if you want to be able to communicate and you want to be able to connect with people, you have to adapt some of these technologies and master them in order to build your business. So we're going to focus a lot on the different sorts of areas that you need to make your business so that you can communicate and connect with people and build rapport. You see, you're going to need to master the phone. You're going to need to master fax. You're going to need to master email. And to master all those areas will allow you to build rapport, communicate, connect with people, and get results. And that's what we're going to focus on. You see, in this last presidential election, it was the first time I ever heard a president say, visit my website. You see, no longer was he relying on just his speeches alone, but he has a whole team of people now who actually build media. They build emails. They build websites so that they can communicate their message through the current technologies. And we're going to teach you how to communicate and how to use those same tools to set your business on fire. Chapter 1: Conquering the Phone. All right, we're going to get to conquering the phone. Now, the first thing I want you to do is get a phone. If you're listening to this in the car, grab your cell phone. If you're in the house, go get your physical phone, a cordless phone. And I want you to look at it, and I want you to kind of see how nice it looks and see how inviting the buttons are. And notice there's a little spot, there's a little headphone, little spot for a speaker, and there's a little microphone. And I want you to touch it now. Now I want to ask, did it bite? Did it shock you? No. Guess what? The phone is your best tool for communicating. You see, you can pick up the phone now and you can call around the world in a matter of seconds, and actually milliseconds. And you can speak to someone and you can speak with them, you can answer questions, and the cost to communicate is so effective and so efficient and so cost effective that it's a very easy way to communicate. So I want you to look at that. That is going to become your new best friend. And I want you to do a couple things before you get on the phone that will really help you relax so that you're not so concerned about calling up someone. First of all, you have to understand that most people are used to being on the phone. If you have a young teenager or even pre-teenage, the 12 and 13-year-old children, they use the phone all the time. They text, they communicate. You've probably heard the word texting. They are switched on. They're communicating all the time. And it is not as an intrusiveness now to just pick up the phone and call someone. So I want you to become very comfortable. Now, one of the most important things that you can learn is how to use your voice and how to use your excitement. I'll give you a good example. If I call someone up and I say, hello, this is Pat Berry, and I'm calling, you'd requested some information, and I know that you're not wanting to talk to me. Well, guess what? Even though you're not saying that, that's how you're coming across. So it's very important that you relax. If you like to run or jog or work out, I recommend that you do the most exciting thing that you can do prior to getting on the phone that just puts you in that place where you're comfortable and you're calm. If you want to exercise, exercise. If you like to listen to music, listen to some music. If you like to the smell of a nice candle, light yourself a candle. Get yourself in the right mood. It's very important that you feel comfortable when you're on the phone because your feelings that you project are what people are going to remember about you. And so it's very important that you get yourself in the right mindset, get relaxed, be excited. When you're talking to someone, no one wants to listen to someone with a very dry, boring type of conversation. So you want to get some excitement in your voice. You want to be excited about what you're doing and why you're giving that person a call. And so get yourself in the right mindset. That's the first point. get yourself in the right mindset so that you can put across the excitement and the passion that you have. Because you see, people don't really care what you have to say if they know that you care. If they can feel that there's a warm, inviting person on the other side of the phone that truly is interested in helping them find a solution. Now, never talk at your prospects. Always talk with your prospects. You know, I hear a lot of people and they say, well, you know what, I tried this, and I call them up and I practiced this, and I tell them about that, and I tell them about this. And I said, but wait a minute, have you just stopped and relaxed and listened? You see, communication is a two-way street. It has to be inviting. And you have to set an environment that that person is comfortable with in sharing their information with you. So think of it this way. Imagine that you were at a dinner party, or you went to lunch with your best friend, okay, and you needed to talk to your best friend. How would you talk with your best friend? You wouldn't talk at them. You know, we talk at our children, you know, when we're disciplining them. If you're a teacher or you're an instructor, sometimes you talk at people because that's your job. You're paid to instruct. But in this business, you need to talk with someone. And in order to do that, you need to create an environment that they feel comfortable with in sharing. And I'm going to teach you some power words in a little while that will help open up the door. But right now, we're just going to cover the basics. So you need to make sure you're in the right mindset. When you call someone up, you need to make sure that you're exciting. Know what you're going to say, but don't sound like you're reading a script, okay? It's very important that when you get on the phone that you have an outline of where you're going. The purpose of my call is I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to accomplish this. Because sometimes we just get on the phone and we rattle on about our products, about this and about that. And you know what? We haven't even at all listened to the prospect. A good example of that is a guy goes into a doctor's office and he says, Doc, I need some help. And the doc looks at him and goes, oh, okay, hey, no problem. You need Claritin. And the patient goes, but doc, you don't understand. I mean, and the doctor cuts him off and says, but you see, Claritin, it's non-drowsy. I mean, it's wonderful. It has very small side effects. In fact, 99.9% of the customers that I prescribe Claritin are very, very happy. And again, he says, but doc, you don't understand. And the doc goes on and says, but Claritin, I mean, it's got no side effects. And finally, the gentleman interrupts the doc and says, but doc, you don't understand. I've got a nail in my foot. And that's the way sometimes we deal with prospects. We call them up and we tell them why our product is so great, why our company is so phenomenal, why we're such a super leader. Everything that they need to know except for what they need, right? And we think that we know exactly what people want. And the truth of the matter is that when we slow down and stop talking to people and we start talking with people, we start finding out what people are looking to do, what is their need, and not what do you think that they need. And the moment that you do that, you're going to be surprised on how the conversations will open up. You see, I rarely have someone that joins my business or purchases my product that I don't first build a rapport with, that there's some sort of connection. And so as you're dealing with prospects and you're talking with someone over the phone, you have to be warm and inviting. You know, we're taught from a very young... I want to thank you for listening to Connecting Through Digital Media. Now, this has been just a 10-minute excerpt of the actual CD due to the limitations of YouTube. I'd like to go ahead and give you the full CD. It's over an hour long, as well as I'll throw in all 10 of my CDs on how to build rapport, connect with prospects. These CDs sold for over $199. All you have to do is go to my website, www.patberry.com. That's www.patberry.com, and you'll have access to the full 10 CDs as well as the completion of this CD. Thanks. Go there now.